Okay, so personal computers and how they are used, unit 1.2. So the objectives of this unit is basically rapid advantages in the digital and technical where it has changed and how we think about computers. Secondly, a computer is not only the PC on a desktop or on your desk, it's also a laptop you carry around, same as your watch. Lastly, we're going to look at the mobile phone, your tablet, and also other powerful computing devices. Characteristics of a PC or computer, personal computer, and mobile devices. There we can see we have computer is a processing device that enables the user to process information, which is personal. And then PC, which is your personal computer, it's a standalone processing unit which has also memory and storage. We're going to go more into that on that a bit later. An operating system. So there's a definition of the operating system. It's software to facilitate different tasks and screen and also the keyboard to allow a person to use the computer. Without the operating system, software, the computer cannot function. The same with your cell phone, it also has an operating system which is Android. I think we're 14 or 15 now already. iOS for iPhone. Let's continue. Desktops. So basically, this is all the different devices that we can utilize as smart computers. There we have desktops, smartphone, digital media players. We have servers, which stores information. You have your tablets, you have your wearable devices like your smartwatch, laptops, digital cameras, embedded computers, thin or thick client terminals, and then also e-book readers, and lastly, gaming devices like your PS5 or your Xbox One. So here we're going to look at comparing characteristics and the components of a PC and mobile computer. Personal computer. So the size differs from a mobile device or computer. So there you can see personal computer, tablet or type of device. So there your desktop screen that's in front of you averages between 40 to 61 centimeters or inches. Your laptop screen is from 28 to 41 centimeters, and then you get your tablet or your smartphones, which screens range from 8 to 13 inches, and then your tablet screens that ranges from 15 to 28 centimeters, which is but smaller. Input hardware, popular input devices for computer, personal computer, which is your keyboard, mouse, your scanner, your webcam, also your digital pen. If you are gaming, you can also utilize a joystick. On your cell phone, typical input devices is your built-in screen or touch screens, your microphone, biometric device and camera, a stylus pen, which you can utilize, and then externally you can use a keyboard via Bluetooth connectivity. Storage. So here we look at the different storages of these two devices. So primarily the storage on the computer is a hard disk or a solid disk drive. The acronym there is HDD or SSD. These offers high capacity storage between 265 gig and also 4 terabyte. For desktops or laptops, they can easily be upgraded and replaced if faulty. So your mobile device has maybe an external storage, which is an SD card, Smartphones basically uses a fixed SSD drive internally, which ranges from 8 gig to 256 gig now. Ne? Whereas if you utilize now a 16 gig cell phone, it will be full in no time. Ne? Who still has a cell phone that has 16 gig? Anyone? 16 gig, ne? It's enough for you, ne? Don't take pictures anyway. Only for documents in that one. 4 years. 4 years, ne? It's carrying you. Yeah, I can see. Using the money on something else. There's usually a slot on your cell phone, ne? For your micro SD card, which increase the capacity of your cell phone. So do you have an SD card? No SD card, okay. So this ranges from 16 gig to 256 gig. It can go more to 1 terabyte, but it depends on your mobile device if it's compatible with that particular SD card. Now we look at memory, which is also your RAM on your computer and also on your smartphone. So a PC has a random access memory slot in which a RAM chip is slotted in. New RAM chips can be inserted to upgrade the memory. This depends on the speed of the computer as well. Your personal computer memory ranges of between 2 gig and 128 gig. On your cell phone, this RAM usually ranges from 1 gig to 16 gig, which is very fast if you were to utilize 16 gig. So mobile RAM chips are a lot smaller and they are used in your computers. In the smartphone, it is fixed on the motherboard. You cannot remove it. Processor, which is your CPU. So on your PC, there is designed central processing unit to replace, which is replaceable if the user wants to upgrade it. The graphics processing unit is usually fixed to the board, but more powerful GPU can also be added. This is basically for your gaming. And then personal computer processors are very fast and powerful, but they require a lot of power and operating system. Now, so if you do have a personal desktop at home, a preferable one to utilize or use is a dual core i3 until say i7. But the higher you go, I think they're i9 now. The higher you go, the more expensive it is. Computer boxes we are currently using, I believe it's running on an i5. On your cell phone, mobile processing or processor is fixed to the motherboard and cannot be replaced. It is not fast or powerful as those of the computer. So the computer has multiple tasks that you can run. You can only run a few tasks on your cell phone. And then it becomes slow and it also drains your battery. Operating system. So your operating system, like we've discussed earlier, is like your Windows 10, Windows 11. All the computers is updated to Windows 11. Who of you was shocked in the exam to see the new operating system because you were familiar with using the old one? Anyone? No one. Yeah. You were used to it. You weren't used to it. Yeah. So now you must better prepare yourself with Windows 11. Yeah. Some changes there, here and there. So if it updates, it changes. Yeah. And you need to familiarize yourself. Operating systems are designed for computers and laptops which are full-featured. And then with your computer or your mobile computer, which is your Android or iOS system or iPhone, so this by default they do not offer the user complete access to the system hardware. They also have stricter hardware requirements because of the ecosystem of the mobile apps devices are strongly connected to specific hardware features. né? So for instance, if you had an iPhone 6, né? your WhatsApp now would not work because the operating system is outdated. Wow, that was diabo. So the use of an application on your computer or your mobile device. So personal computers include desktop computers, usually with processing unit, keyboard, and a mouse. So laptop computers that replace a mouse with a trackpad or wireless mouse, integrated keyboard, screen, and processing unit in one slim line device. Continue. So the use of applications. So basically a general overview of the computer, which is the powerful processing capabilities where you do tasks at work, such as mathematics in Excel and so forth, emulations, video editing, scientific calculations, developing software applications, and editing music. We still use Fruity Loops and those ones to make your beats and stuff. Anyone DJ in the house? Software that you use to make beats? Song that comes out, the beat is made separate to the song that came out. So you first make the beat on the software and then sing towards the beat. Am I right? Huh? But you look lost now. You look lost. So agribusinesses use computers to perform tasks such as computer data capturing, preparing reports, and working also on a budget. Large data storage capacity, they can store a large amount of data on the farm, including all human resources, production, purchases, and sales records. So any agribusiness has a particular software that maybe track resources or products to keep track of inventory. So what you sell or what you use as well. Desktops and annual laptops, browser, the internet for video streaming and online education. The use of mobile devices. So different technologies with wide range of applications are built into a single small cell phone, particularly a mobile device, which is your GPS system. It's built in. You can track where your phone moves as well and navigate. Task, built-in camera, which can take photos and videos as well. Making phone calls, social media applications such as WhatsApp and Facebook as well. And then e-commerce. This functions such as online banking and online shopping like Takealot and Amazon. Basic components of the hardware of a smartphone and computers, just a comparison to see what is capable and what is not capable, what is built in, what is on the screen, and so forth. This is the internal and external hardware, which you can just read through, which is your tower, monitor, your keyboard, your mouse, your power supply, microphone, camera, speakers, external hardware, and also the ports. So both do not have necessary ports. Software. So the definition of software refers to the computer programs or instructions that makes computer work. For example, a word processing package to write letters, documents, spreadsheet, packages to capture and work with data, video software to watch videos on the screen, like VLC. Do we still use VLC to watch videos on the computer or the laptop? No? Yes? Or Windows Media Player. Software is constantly being developed, changed, and updated. Like we just said, It's constantly being updated, yeah, because there's new viruses, new, how can I say, hacking taking place. So the company should always update and better their software. You can download software or buy it from the internet and install it on your device. Memory, as we spoke on earlier. So you get storage, which is memory. It's two types of memory, which is this one usually comes in the exam. Yeah, just follow in your book as well. Read-only memory, which is built-in memory that enables a computer to run its operations. Random access memory, which is your RAM. The computer temporarily store memory, which is used to instruct to be processed by the CPU, which is the flash drive, and is also portable. And then we look at RAM holds the data, your instructions that the programs while the computer is running. It is the space, the CPU, to do processing. Your RAM speed of a computer depends on the amount of RAM access memory that is installed. And then read-only memory or system memory is the computer's device, which is its permanent memory. So this is just how it looks. So that's how it looks on the desktop. This is the RAM card that is inserted into the computer. Storage. So we have touched on storage for computers and also on mobile devices. So internal storage allows storage, which is called secondary information computer on a personal computer, memory, laptop, documents device, and retrieve files can be stored later. So secondary memory or externally, which is on DVDs, external hard drives, flash drives, SD cards, micro SD cards, or in the cloud. For laptops, you get terabytes of storage, which is usually enough for the average user. And then on the cell phone, we've discussed earlier what is the max capacity a cell phone takes and minimum as well. So that is where we will stop today. We will continue tomorrow with mobile computing and mobile devices.